I'm going to keep on pushing now. There are a lot of answers that I don't have, even questions that I don't have. But I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going, and I'll figure these things out as you go, right? And you just continue to build that way. So I try to live by that all the time. I had a purpose. I wanted to be one of the best basketball players to ever play. And anything else that was outside of that lane, I didn't have time for.
At what age did that goal become crystal clear?
I made that deal with myself at 13 years old.
At 13 years old?
13 years old. That's the deal I made.
Clear about it.
Crystal clear.
And where did inspiration come from?
The love of the game. The love of the game, the challenge. Like I would watch Magic play, I'd watch Michael play, and I would see them do these unbelievable things. And I'd say, can I get to that level? I don't know, but let's find out. Let's find out. I had a summer where I played basketball when I was like 10 or 11 years old. And here I come playing, and I don't score 1 point the entire summer. I remember crying about it, being upset about it. And my father just gave me a hug and said, listen, whether you score 0 or score 60, I'm going to love you no matter what.
Wow.
Now, that is the most important thing that you can say to your child. Because from there, I was like, okay, that gives me all the confidence in the world to fail. But the hell with that. I'm scoring 60. And there I just went to work. I stayed with it. I kept practicing. I think that's when the idea of understanding a long-term view became important. Because I wasn't going to catch these kids in a week. I wasn't going to catch them in a year, right? So that's when I sat down and said, okay, this is going to take some thought. All right, what do I want to work on first? All right, shooting. All right, let's knock this out. Let's focus on this. Half a year, 6 months, do nothing but shoot. When I came back the next summer, I was a little bit better. I scored. Yeah, it wasn't much, right? But I scored 12, 13. And then 14 came around, back half of 13, 14 years old. And then I was just killing everyone. What I had to do was work on the basics and the fundamentals. But they relied on their athleticism and their natural ability. And because I stick to the fundamentals, it just caught up to me. And then my body, my knees stopped hurting. I grew into my frame, and then it was game over.
Wow. Now, were you always competitive from the day you were born? You were super competitive?
Competitive with things that I participate in. So I'll put it to you this way. So basketball for me was the most important thing. So everything I saw, whether it was TV shows, whether it was books I read, people I talked to, everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. Everything. And so when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you to become better at your craft. So at 13 years old, I had a kill list. And so, they used to do these rankings, so Street and Smith basketball rankings. And I was nowhere to be found because I was like 6'4", scrawny, like 160 pounds, soaking wet. So I was like 57 on the list. And so I will look at 56, 55, all the way up to number 1, who these players are. And I got to hunt them down, right? And so that became my mission in high school, is to check off every other person, all those 56 other names, hunt them down and knock them down. So I would size you up and see what your strengths and weaknesses are. How do you approach the game? Are you silly about it? Are you goofy about it? Are you good at it just because you're bigger and stronger than everybody else? Right? Or is there actually thought and skill that you put into it? Right? And when I'd play to my weaknesses. I always work on the things during those games that I was weak at. Left hand, pull up jump.
What's going on, family? Good morning. Sorry about my raspy voice, man. Listen. All right, listen. It has been, I don't know. I probably need to drink some tea or something like that, y'all. I'm not sure, but definitely need to probably take some vitamins, some tea today, and take it easy at the crib and just work. You know what I mean? Just work and stay focused. But so I wanted to just apologize about my voice this morning, but I do have some valuable information today. I was really trying to think about what to talk about on this show that could be valuable for you all. And I really think that we need to stick with, I think we need to stick with our guns, right? We need to stick with what we know is most important. And right now, that's why I named today's episode. If you all did not see it, okay, if you go over to our YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe if you're on the YouTube. Truly, truly appreciate every single person that has subscribed. We are growing. You know what I'm saying? And as more and more of you all share the channel and tell your friends, tell your family, I just want you all to know that I'm extremely grateful because this is my dream. You know what I mean? And you all are helping me and allowing me to be able to do such that. So we will get started in the next few minutes. I just want to listen to a little more Kobe, finish getting all of my content organized for you all over on the other browser. And we will get started very soon. Please, family, go share this link out. Let someone know, because today could be a day that someone's life changes. Welcome to the call. Looking forward to getting started. And let's drop some coffee all around the world.
Post game. Right, so I have a strategy. Yeah.
What was really your work ethic like, and for how long did you stay disciplined?
I mean, every day. I mean, since 20 years. It was an everyday process and trying to figure out strengths and weaknesses. For example, jumping ability. Now, my vertical was a 40, wasn't a 46 or 40, 45. My hands are big, but they're not massive. Right. So you got to figure out ways to strengthen them so your hands are strong enough to be able to palm a ball and do the things that you need to do. Quickness, I was quick, but not insanely quick. I was fast, but not ridiculously fast. Right. So I had to rely on skill a lot more. I had to rely on angles a lot more. I had to study the game a lot more. And but I enjoyed it though. So like from the time I can remember when I started watching the game, I studied the game and it just never changed.
What does losing feel like to you?
It's exciting because it means you have different ways to get better. There's certain things that you can figure out that you can take advantage of, right? Certain weaknesses that were exposed that you need to shore up. But the hardest thing is to face that stuff. You got to look at the reality of the situation. Like for me, it's not, you kind of got to get over yourself, right? And then after that, it's okay, well, why did those air balls happen? Got it. I didn't have the legs. So I look at it with rationale. Say, okay, well, the reason why I shot air balls is because my legs aren't there. I go, well, next year they'll be there, right? I got to get stronger. You have to do the hard stuff and watch that game and study that game to not make those mistakes over and over again.
Welcome to the greatest crypto morning show in the world, guys. Coffee and Crypto 180. Where we at? 183 episodes. Today's call is entitled Crypto is at Unstable Levels. Don't get wrecked at the top. Crypto is at unstable levels. Please, family, don't get wrecked at the top. If you've never experienced a bull run before, some of you all are experiencing one now. And you got to realize that with that feeling also is a feeling what we call euphoria, right? And I want to talk a little bit about that. I want to talk a little bit about that mindset and how right now we are in a euphoric phase. Hell, even me, y'all, like I know that euphoria is a real thing, yet I still feel it, right? Yet I still feel it. People say, man, why do you still feel it? Because I'm human, right? I'm human. And all of us are, we're all humans, okay? And so just understand that when you are a human, okay, you're going to feel certain things, certain feelings that maybe, you never felt before. And so I'm just here to guide you. I'm just here to help you all go through this journey as gracefully as possible so that you can be proud of yourself, right? You can be proud of yourself at the end of this next bull run. See, understand that bull markets, they end in euphoria, not in fear, right? Bull markets end in euphoria, not fear. And I want to talk a little bit, again, about euphoria. And I want to talk about the definition, right? The true definition of euphoria. And I'm going to give you all just a simple one. Euphoria is a noun. Wow. Wow. First off, y'all, euphoria is a noun. Euphoria could be a person, a place, a thing. So euphoria is a noun. It is a destination. It is a place. But what you got to understand is that the destination will always change, right? Just because you got to this level of crypto doesn't mean that the destination won't pull you back down. See, euphoria is life, and I'm really excited to read off this definition today because it makes sense now. See, euphoria is a feeling. It's a feeling, right? It's a feeling. It's also a state of intense excitement and happiness. Hear it again. It's a feeling or a state, right? So understand that feelings change. Feelings for people. You could love someone and tomorrow that feeling could change. You can't say that it couldn't change. Things change all the time, just like the seasons, just like everything else. So when it comes to euphoria, when it comes to these prices, understand that number one, it's just right now, this feeling is just a state of intense excitement and happiness. So a state just means that it's a now feeling, right? It's a state that you're in right now. So a lot of us that's feeling this euphoric feeling, it is natural. But understand something, and this is why I said, don't get wrecked at the top, because I got wrecked before, right? Because I didn't know how to shift my own, like how to shift my actions, right? Because in order for you to take full advantage of this bull run, you have to know how to be like water. Like Bruce Lee said, we must be like water and we must flow. You have to flow. You have to be like water when it comes to this market, when it comes to this industry. Does anybody feel what I'm saying today? Drop some coffee. And that's why I love the greatest company on earth, known as Ripple, because they're named after the wave, right? Good morning, Mr. Branch. The Migos said it best. The Migos said it best in one of their songs. They said, "Lead the wave. Watch how I lead the wave." So understand that right now, we are leading the wave of financial restoration. We are about to be financially restored. But I'm going to tell you something. There's people in the last bull run that learned their lesson from that very first bull run. They invested into coaching, right? They invested into coaching. They made sure that they sowed the seed so that they could achieve the goals of their dreams, right? Understand that I had to tell someone this yesterday. One of my friends, I had to let her know when we were talking, and she was considering joining the Discord group yesterday, right? And I was talking to her, and I was telling her that when it comes to this space, this is not a part-time like investing in the crypto. People got the mindset completely messed up. This is not like a hobby. This is not a hobby. This is a career path. This is your lifestyle. This is your time to upgrade your lifestyle beyond what you ever imagined before. I do not believe, and I'm going to stand strong and firm on this because I know it's true. I don't care if you're in real estate. There is no real estate transaction, although some real estate people feel as if, oh, I'm getting my hardcore cash today. And that's true. I think it's all about goals and what you need in life and where you are. Some of us are a little more seasoned in the game. If you're above the age of 50, this next bull run, you're above the age of 60, this next bull run is your defining moment. You don't have until 2030, right? You don't have until that time. Not saying you don't, but you don't. And you know you don't. Because that's another, how many years? Another 6 years. This is the time that you got to get it together, right? And it's very important that you do not miss. Because understand that some of you all are over investing. I don't personally mentor a lot of you all. I do have some students that I personally work with, and I've seen their portfolios, and the ones that I've given the strategy from the last year. I'm so proud of y'all. Okay, I'm not going to name you, but I'm so proud of you, and you know who you are. Some of you all have stacked your bags beyond my belief. My belief. I met with one of my students, and when I tell you that this specific person stacked their bags so crazy, it's a blessing. So if that's you, right? If you're sitting and you have, because understand that some people have retirements, some people have pensions, 401ks. You all have been transitioning your finances around. Good for you. Do not get wrecked at the top. Don't invest all that money into crypto and not invest at least $1,000 into coaching. Drop some coffee if you can agree. Whether you're going to pay for coaching, you should understand that coaching is very important. You don't go pull somebody's tooth out at the dentist's office without going through dental school. So why would you invest into crypto and go all in and put thousands of dollars and risk your retirement fund, risk your future retirement fund, if you're around my age, for $1,000 mentorship price? Make sure you all plug in. Make sure you all go and get this. We have 6 slots left. 6 slots are left. Okay, they're literally rolling. We have 6 slots left until my mentorship goes back to $5,000. Okay, right now, 6 more slots at 1,000. I'm going to shut it down the same way we did the Stronghold Masterclass, the same way we're going to do this Discord group, because the people who take advantage, the people who step up to the plate are the ones that, I believe that I'm more than qualified, family. I'm so excited beyond belief, y'all. I have an announcement. I don't even know what I'm going to announce, but I received a text message, and right before this call, I received a phone call from some people. All right, I had to tell them I'm gonna call them right back, but I'm on the podcast. But this is like the last 24 hours. I'm in the moment of euphoria, y'all, because 2022 I spoke at InvestFest. It's 2024 now, 2 years later, and they say that when the student is ready, the mentor appears, the opportunity appears, and I'm ready for the opportunity of a lifetime, y'all. I'm telling you right now, get in this Discord group, pay the $100. Y'all have no idea what's about to happen. I have no idea what's about to happen. But understand that when you have someone that is consistent. I did not want to get on the podcast this morning. Y'all want to stay in bed. But I said, wake up, boy. Consistent. Because if you just keep going, you never know who's listening to your podcast on the other end, y'all. You never know. There's a story of a guy who he also had some content, a podcast, and he only had like maybe 20 to 30, and I think I shared this a long time ago. He only had like 20 or 30 subscribers on YouTube. He just stayed consistent. His YouTube wasn't growing, but he stayed consistent. Nothing seemed to be growing, but he stayed consistent. Nobody seemed to be watching, but he stayed consistent. And do you understand that somebody that was watching him sent his page to Oprah Winfrey? Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey started to watch him in the dark without him knowing that out of the 30 people that was watching him on YouTube, one of those people was Oprah Winfrey. I don't know if y'all know where I'm going with this, but what I'm telling y'all right now is you never know who's watching. So always show up and show out. Show up and show out. This message is approved by Vincent Owens, and it's for somebody that needed to hear it. Somebody needed to hear that. So I want to dive into the content. I want to dive into this content today, y'all. I really appreciate everybody being here. The YouTube is going crazy. Thank y'all for sharing this out. Twitter has been launching. I'm really excited about us growing on Twitter. I'm learning, right? So if you know how to grow a Twitter, like if you are good at growing a Twitter account and you can help me, please reach out. Like, I'm serious. Like no BS. Okay. I know BS when I see it. Don't reach out if it's BS. If you truly know how to grow a Twitter page, I've learned Instagram. Twitter is a different beast, y'all. And we have to get this show on Twitter to the maximum because that's where the audience is. They're not necessarily on Instagram. They're on Twitter. Crypto world is on Twitter. Okay. So with that being said, y'all, I'm ready to share my slides today. If you're ready, drop some coffee all around the world again. Light me up because it is time. Welcome to the Bull Run 2024. Now, the thing about this particular bull run that is a little different than all the other bull runs is that, number one, we've seen Bitcoin reach a new all-time high and then drop as soon as it hit it. So I want to go to my chart. And I was so excited for today's episode because I was looking at my chart yesterday, y'all, and everything that I said is coming true. Remember I told y'all that this was the next area of interest for major liquidity pool? Look where we're at right now, y'all. Look where we're at right now. We broke out, we retested here, and then what did we do? We came all the way back down with a wick and retested. This candle right here specifically, this daily candle, if you all were on the Tuesday call, remember I told you all that I felt like it was going to end as a like doji or indecision candle. It didn't quite close like this one, but this still has a long wick on the bottom and some wickage on the top. So it's tried to break out, but it's having a hard time breaking. And this is the total crypto market cap, right? Total crypto market cap. So the total crypto market cap is having a hard time breaking above this $2.46 trillion zone up in here. Okay. So do not get wrecked. That's why I named this particular episode the bull run. Listen, the bull run is here, y'all. You missed it. If I can be frank with you, you missed it. You sat and watched all my videos. You sat and got on all this stuff, and you missed the doggone bull run. And I'm talking about the peak, and I'll be real with you. If you're going to invest in crypto these days, y'all, man, listen, if you're new to crypto, you have no idea. I would tell y'all to just, if you're going to put your money somewhere, and this is not financial advice, but this is just like logic. This is logical advice. You should be looking and researching blue chip investments, blue chip cryptos, right? Top 10. Now, is Dogecoin and Shiba a good investment? I would say no. They're making money, but all money ain't good money. Now I'm collecting my bag. I ain't gonna lie to y'all now. It's feeling good. It's looking good. You know what I mean? It's looking good. But do you want stability? Do you want long-term wealth? Or are you looking for short-term satisfaction? These are questions you really got to sit with yourself. It's not about what my goal is. You have to really sit with yourself. How greedy are you? How selfish are you? These are all real questions because if you don't figure those questions out, this next bull run without the proper coaching, you will get wrecked. And y'all think I'm playing. Play with this if you want. And a lot of you all are going to be messaging me, calling me, saying, Vincent, can you help me? I tried. I tried to help you early. Do not get wrecked in this bull run. This is not the stock market, y'all. Liquidity is different. Liquidity is different. Some of you all are playing around in that meme coin world. Some people are playing around in the meme coin world, right? And that's cool. If that's the game you're playing, that's okay. But understand that if you play with fire long enough, what's going to happen, y'all? If you play with fire long enough, somebody will finish it for y'all in the chat box. Okay? Somebody will finish it for you in the chat box. Okay? Keep on rolling that dice out here if you want. So yesterday on Bloomberg, the SEC's chairman, Gary Gensler, was asked again if Ethereum is a security. His response was hilarious. Pay attention.
In the SEC's chalk lines, despite conversations that you're having today around climate risk. You also, I'm sure, as a 5-member commission and as the staff are going to be considering in recent months, because you are facing a deadline coming up in May around a spot Ethereum ETF.
It is, Kaylee, you had to
I
get
do
your
have to ask
question
this
in.
question. Of course, we are now about 2 months into a world in which spot Bitcoin products exist. They have had incredible demand, more than $8 billion in inflows. Now the optimism is Ether spot ETFs are next. Do you not first have to settle the question as to whether Ether is a security or a commodity? Can you answer that first?
Well, Kaylee, again, on any one of these crypto tokens, it's about the facts and circumstances as to whether the investing public is anticipating a profit based on the efforts of others. But we do have filings in front of us. I'm not going to comment. I will say this is a highly speculative asset class. One could just look at the volatility of Bitcoin in the last few days. And look, I grew up loving roller coasters. Maybe in my adult years, I don't ride them as much, but you really should be conscious as the investing public that this is a bit of a roller coaster ride on these volatile assets.
So that short, he's basically saying this, right? Euphoria, y'all, a feeling or state of intense excitement and happiness, right? So, right? Okay. Okay, cool. Let's continue to push forward. I want to play a quick clip from 24 Hours Crypto. It's about 3 minutes. Like this clip. It's a couple of different things in here, but valuable information, y'all. Pay attention.
To use them for that and the price that they have to have. Because like a few months ago, I spoke with Miguel Villas, the head of XRP markets at Ripple. XRP is Ripple's cryptocurrency that we've been talking about. And he said, before he could even really have that conversation with banks to encourage them to use this as an on-demand liquidity tool, the market cap needed to be much higher, the transaction volume needed to be much higher, and there needed to be more exchange partners. So if it's just being used kind of for transmission like that, what does that imply about the price versus some of the kind of the retail use case or speculative use cases that price is going to go up?
I'm gonna play it back real quick.
And he said, before he could even really have that conversation with banks to encourage them to use this as an on-demand liquidity tool, the market cap needed to be much higher, the transaction volume needed to be much higher, and there needed to be more exchange partners. So,
all right, just from that, it strikes something in my head. We talked about this. Actually, let me actually go back. Let me actually go back to my Twitter post on this real quick, okay? Let me actually go back to my Twitter post on this real quick, because what he just talked about was what we talked about last week when we talked about Metcalfe's Law, or on Tuesday when we talked about Metcalfe's Law. Anybody remember that? How helpful was that for you all, right? So Metcalfe's Law, to go back over it, it says that every time you add a new user to a network, the number of connections increases proportionately to the square of the number of users. So network value equals the users squared, right? So understand that the more and more and more users come onto a network based on laws being passed, based on institutional adoption, okay? Transactions, you get the gist, all right?
if it's just being used kind of for transmission like that, what does that imply about the price versus some of the kind of the retail use case or speculative use cases that price is going to go up, cases that price is going to go up?
So look,
and how
the honest answer is I don't know Bitcoin and Ethereum. Again, I don't know what the driver of value is there.
It's another 7% today.
Yeah.
What's behind this other than momentums?
There's still no use
risk
case.
on.
I think, in fact, when you look at Bitcoin, the initial adoption of Bitcoin is all about retail, and that didn't pan out. And suddenly, you have millions of people who hold it.
I mean, it's just
So it's like
it's like a perfect storm for this particular asset class right now between the approval of the ETFs
Right.
and the biggest names in the asset management business getting into it with some speculative fervor in parts of the market.
Right. They're just going to hold it. So what's become the use case for Bitcoin is just a store of value. And I think that will persist, and somehow they landed on that, and that's maybe going to persist into the future. But XRP, it's really about this very fundamental driver of demand. Yeah, I mean, if XRP is going to be inserted deeply into the financial system, the market cap has to be orders of magnitude bigger. It has to be able to support institutional flows in the orders of magnitude of trillions of dollars.
So let's go look at the market cap real quick, right? Like, God, I'm just here to break these videos down. Okay. The market cap of XRP right now is only $34 billion. There are quadrillions of dollars in the market. Quadrillions of dollars. When you add up all the markets, quadrillions of dollars. Do you think that a $34 billion market cap in 2024 is enough to cover a multi-quadrillion-dollar market? If your answer is no, then continue to just stay patient.
So when I talk about the $10 trillion that we're processing every night,
you know, today it's a lot smaller. I think it's right around $30 billion.
Sorry, the 24-hour volume for both USDC and USDT is like $25 billion or something. That's like 400 times less than what we do every day. And if you think about having to fully reserve $10 trillion to be able to make those payments every day, that's a lot of liquidity that you're taking out of the system.
But you know, when you look at
The market cap, I thought, or are you talking about the transaction by?
the market cap of, so there's 100 billion XRP, and the market cap is trading around 30 cents. So it's about $30 billion. So yeah, I mean, I think that the current users and sort of the crawl, walk, run of growing the capital market, if you will, around XRP is going to be about fundamental demand, and that comes from companies like Veeam. And as more companies like Veeam start to use XRP and use digital currencies in their funding flows, they're going to be putting a massive amount of pressure on banks and larger financial institutions to start using this as well, or they're going to be toast. They're not going to be able to compete and be as nimble as a company like Veeam, who doesn't have to operate with any treasury overhead and all the cost complication.
They're going to be toast. That's what he said. Let's keep pushing forward. So this leads me into a topic that we've talked about quite a few times on here, but I felt like it was a good time to bring it back up, just as a recap of education. The IMF explains SDRs, which are special drawing rights. Okay, if you all don't know what SDRs are, you want to look this up. But after this video,
SDRs aren't a currency.
You should have a better understanding of what an SDR is. So pay attention, y'all. And then we're going to, if you listen to what she said, and then you think about the video and all the information that you understand about Ripple and the use case, and now you can really understand what you hold and confidently hold this thing all the way until past 2030, right? XRP is a long-term play. You should have short-term plays in your portfolio. You should have medium plays. You should have long-term plays. Set goals. And if you don't know how to set them, I'll help you.
Rights, or SDRs, play an important role in providing liquidity to the global economic system. SDRs were created by the IMF in 1969 to supplement the official reserves of its member countries. SDRs aren't a currency, and they're not claims on the IMF, but they are an international reserve asset that can be converted into reserve currencies with the help of other member countries. This way, IMF members have access to unconditional liquidity. SDRs are normally distributed among members through a process called a general allocation, a decision that requires approval by the IMF Board of Governors with at least 85% of the total voting power. There have been 4 so far in the history of the IMF. In a general allocation, the IMF distributes SDRs to member countries.
Okay, wait. Let's go back real quick. There's been 4. 1970 to 1972, 1979 to 1981, 2009, 2021. Keep listening.
In a general allocation, the IMF distributes SDRs to member countries in proportion to their quota shares at the IMF, reflecting their relative economic standing in the world economy. Only certain parties can hold SDRs: the IMF, its member countries, and certain prescribed holders, such as regional central banks, intergovernmental monetary institutions, and some development banks.
Okay, so there are only three types of, can't say people, but three types of institutions or whatever. There's only three types that can hold this, right? Whatever it is, whatever that word is I'm looking for. International, the IMF, the member countries, and certain holders, which are like banks, central banks, intergovernmental monetary institutions, developmental banks, stuff like that, right? So understand that we can't even hold SDRs. Okay, so they've completely blocked us out of this market. And I believe that that's what they're trying to do with these laws on crypto, right?
The value of the SDR is updated daily and defined by a basket of major currencies used in the world's most important trading and financial systems: the US dollar, the euro, the Chinese renminbi, the Japanese yen, and the UK pound sterling. The SDR's interest rate is adjusted weekly based on the short-term interest rate of government securities of the currencies in the SDR basket. How do SDRs help provide liquidity to the global economic system? Members can exchange SDRs for freely usable currencies held by other members. This brings down their SDR holdings, but provides them with the currency to either help meet balance of payment needs or add to their own reserves. Members can also use their SDRs to pay for IMF loans or quota increases. Members with strong external positions sometimes use their SDR holdings to contribute to the financing of low-income countries by lending to the Poverty Reduction and Growth Trust. Members can hold on to their allocated SDRs to increase their international reserve buffer. They earn interest on their holdings of SDRs and pay interest on their cumulative allocations.
Wow. So these members earn interest on holding, but and these members are what? Banks. So these banks are earning interest over time. But you go to the bank, get a bank account, and earn 0.002% of interest. But you have a problem with going to a crypto exchange and purchasing something at the price of 0.002 to allow it to grow
at the same SDR interest rate. This means that the interest earned and charged cancel out so long as SDR holdings are equal to their allocated SDRs. So, holding on to the allocation itself has no cost for the members. If a member exchanges its SDRs for freely usable currencies, its SDR holdings and the interest earned on those holdings will fall. If the holding falls below the cumulative allocation, the member has to pay interest on the shortfall. Likewise, if a member provides freely usable currencies in exchange for extra SDRs, it gets paid interest on the surplus of SDR holdings.
Wow.
Most exchanges of SDRs for currency take place through voluntary trading arrangements, or VTAs. Under these arrangements, facilitated by the IMF, members volunteer to buy or sell SDRs. In the rare and unlikely event that a transaction doesn't go through a VTA, the IMF can call on members with strong external positions to buy SDRs from members with a balance of payment need. The IMF helps members make the best use of their SDRs by providing advice on macroeconomic policy, as well as transparency and accountability measures. The IMF's guiding principle is that any use of SDRs should be consistent with macroeconomic sustainability, but it also provides space for a response for crises, such as the pandemic. The use of SDRs should not delay changes to macroeconomic policies, reforms, or debt restructurings where needed. In August 2021, the IMF's Board of Governors adopted the largest ever general allocation of SDRs.
All right. See, I'm a researcher, y'all. So IMF board, this is what I do. Like I literally, y'all, I be having the time. So I be just listening. IMF Board of Governors. Because we gotta know this stuff. I gotta know who it is. I gotta know. Now, I don't know why I need to know, but I need to know. You know what I mean? I need to know. I gotta know, right? So the let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, wait. Board of Governors. That's the executive board, the Board of Governors. Okay, let's read that. Let's read that. The Board of Governors is the highest decision-making body of the IMF. Consists of one governor and one alternate governor for each member country. The governor and alternate governor are appointed by the member country, and the governors are usually ministers of finance or governors of the central bank. All powers of the IMF not conferred directly to the Board of Governors, the executive board or the managing director are vested in the Board of Governors. The Board of Governors may delegate to the executive board powers not conferred directly to the Board of Governors by the article. So the Board of Governors, they're the big dogs. Okay. You can see all the members. Okay, this gives you the SDR, millions of SDRs. So you're talking about 323 million SDRs from Afghanistan, Albania, Algeria, right? Every country, we can just keep going. Every country is here. So when it talks about this global change happening, this is why, because all of them are a part of this.
Equivalent to $650 billion. This allocation among 190 member countries was adopted to help meet the long-term global need to supplement reserve assets. Another important objective was to help build confidence and send a powerful signal of a cooperative, multilateral response to the COVID-19 crisis, including providing more scope for spending on crisis response in liquidity-constrained emerging market and developing economies.
They said put a scope on spending. Y'all better listen. Y'all better listen because CBDCs are coming. CBDCs are coming, right? An ESDR would be a SDR, right? A SDR is what we just covered, right? A ESDR, because everything's going electronic. So why would the SDR not become electronic? Right? So an ESDR would be a universal central bank digital currency for cross-border transactions. The ESDR would be a stable instrument with no volatility. So what does that sound like, family? Can I get one person to drop that in the chat box? If it says that it will be a stable instrument with no volatility, what are they talking about? And it would be the easiest if issued by the private sector. Ripple equals the universal bridge asset. Do you get it now? Do you get it now? Who understands? Who understands what we're talking about here? Okay? Who understands what we're talking about here? Okay? So just wanted y'all to see that and read that right there real quick. Okay? Now on to a couple of other things. H-bar, woo, continuing to go crazy, okay? So this company right here is called Da Vinci Graph, and you can actually, I believe, go to Saucer Swap and swap your H-bar or your wrapped H-bar for this particular token. You can't get this on a regular exchange. You have to know what you're doing. You have to know how to use the wallets that are specific to the ecosystem. If you don't know how to do that, you can purchase for $100 my masterclass on H-bar. It'll make you way more than $100 very, very soon. Okay, so I'd highly recommend doing that. However, on Da Vinci's actual Twitter page, they posted, Hedera can process more transactions per second than MasterCard. What does this mean for H-bar's future price? So pay attention. If H-bar, right, this is a comparison, right? Comparison chart. If H bar currently at 13 cents, okay? Currently H bar is at 13 cents. If H bar were to have the same market cap as MasterCard, this would be the price. What is the current market cap of H bar? Great question. H bar is number 30 token, okay? Number 31, okay? 31 token. Market cap is only $4 billion, y'all. 4 billion. Do y'all get how early we are? So let's go look at the market cap of MasterCard so y'all can stay a little more patient. 438 billion. Huh? Oh, okay. Are there other cryptocurrencies that has $438 billion market cap? Let's go check it out. Anybody? Oh, okay. Ethereum does. Oh, okay. So is it possible? Yeah. In my mind, it is. I believe it's possible. I don't know when, I don't know how, but I believe it's possible. I believe. And so when I truly believe, see, Ethereum is at a $460 billion market cap. Look at the price, $3,000. They said that if we was at the market cap of MasterCard based on the amount of tokens, because you got to remember, Hedera, you can't quantify the burns, right? Because every time there's a transaction done on the main net, a certain amount of Hedera is burned, the same as XRP. So understand that right now, even though we think there's a lot of transactions per second, there really is not. It's going to get bigger. It's going to get better. You're just here early. So understand that a $438 billion market cap, okay? $438 billion market cap, okay? If we were able to do something of that sort, we're looking at around, okay, this. And this is just from this, okay? For me, I got enough H bar where I'm happy at this price. $13 H bar is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't know what website this is, so I can't verify it. But I just wanted to give you all a think tank moment, a time for you to think, right? Where are you currently in your H bar holdings, right? Where are you? You got 40,000 tokens, 50,000 tokens. You know, where are you right now? You got 100,000 tokens, 200,000 tokens. Some of y'all are whales out there. What do you have? Get ready to, get ready for this bull run. So everybody do your calculation. Based on how much you own right now, if H bar went to $13 in one of these bull runs, based on what you hold, would that be okay for you? Would you be okay with that? The amount of money that you see. Okay? Okay? No, not a 3K H bar. I'm not one of those people. I can't speculate $3,000 H bar. That's not something I even want to talk about on this show, right? No, I can't speculate a $3,000 H bar, but I can speculate a $13 H bar. I do believe that that's possible. There's plenty of stocks out there that are, $13 and above. Just give it some time to mature. Last thing I want to share is from Elizabeth Warren, because we're seeing how the times are changing. She literally just posted this yesterday. Pay attention.
Let's talk about weed. It's not 1954. It's 2024, and it is time to legalize weed. Right now, the federal government says marijuana is in the most dangerous category of drugs. How dangerous? Schedule 1 with drugs like heroin. It just doesn't make any sense. In fact, what research shows is that marijuana is less addictive than alcohol, and yet alcohol is not even on the schedule. And let's not forget, the failed war on drugs disproportionately hit Black and brown communities. This is about justice. Right now, Republicans in Congress are blocking legalizing marijuana, and that's where scheduling comes in. another way to get this done without Congress. And that's why I sent a letter to the Attorney General and to the head of the DEA to deschedule cannabis, to lower criminal penalties, and to regulate marijuana, not with criminalization in mind, but with public health in mind. The American people want action. It's time to deschedule marijuana.
Hey, listen, y'all. You heard it here first. You heard it here first, y'all. I wanted to drop that little clip right there because you know, I'm excited about my new business. You know, I have a virtual dispensary, you know, multiple streams of income this year. And right on time. Right, Matt? Right, John? You know what I mean? Right, Miss Katie? Right on time. You know what I mean? Exactly the type of stuff I like to see, y'all. So understand that you gotta be in front of the wave. Because if you get behind it, you know what I'm saying? If you get behind it, oh my goodness. You gotta get in front of it. You gotta let the wave just push you. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. I do a call every single day. You know what I mean? And I don't mind merging. I'm gonna tell you all why I chose to get into, I want to talk about this real quick. Why did I choose to jump back into cannabis when the world now knows me for what I do with crypto and blockchain literacy? The reason why is because how many people ever traded before, or how many people are traders, investors? There is a condition called anxiety, right? There's a condition called depression when you blow your account. You have anxiety before you blow your account. And when you blow your account because you over leveraged, you go into a state of depression. Has that ever happened to anyone? You ever felt like, oh man, I just blew my $1,000 that I really didn't have to put in there? Has that ever happened to someone? I blew my $100. I didn't mean, did that ever happen to someone, right? So understand that one of the major use cases for your body from the cannabis plant is anxiety, lowering depression, right? Helping you get more sleep. If you can manage these things, right? If you can manage these things through the cannabinoid plant, through the cannabis plant, the hemp plant, you should look into it. It's a solution. It's better than, because some people are so anxious, they take medication before they trade, right? There's some people that take pop pills before they trade because of these anxiety level. So this is why I decided to merge the two, because both are the wild, wild west. Both don't have regulation. And if we can be in the forefront of both of these markets, cannabis and cryptocurrency, there's nothing but wealth looking at us in our future. So I want to invite y'all tonight, if anybody's interested, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm gonna send you, well, the link. You guys gotta actually send me a text message. How about that? Because I don't have the link to drop here right now. Okay. But if you all are interested, you all can text me at my number, my business number, okay? And I want to give y'all my number so y'all have it. My business number is 404-703-9243. Again, it's 404-703-9243. And you can text me the words Big Canna, Big Canna. Text me the words Big Canna to 404-703-9243. And I will make sure that you have the opportunity to hop onto the call tonight. Look, I'm not asking for you to do it. I just want you to hear about it. I don't want y'all to be like, damn, Vince, how did you build wealth over there without letting us know, right? So I have to let every community that I have know, because that's what true leaders do, because you never know who's looking for an opportunity of a lifetime. So I want to open up the line to anybody that has anything that you like, love. If you're grateful for anything, let's get into this Q&A session. Let's get into this love session. Let's get into this high vibrational session. And also, guys, the Stronghold Master, as I'm waiting for people to raise their hand, the Stronghold Masterclass is Sunday. Make sure you get your tickets. Tickets are on sale. That masterclass is going to be absolutely phenomenal. I've taken a look at some of the things that TJ has sent me. Today, I'm going to have the time for the rest from today through the weekend to really get all my stuff together, y'all. So on my end, TJ has been working diligently. He's also dealing with some things in his family right now. So can we keep TJ Patterson in our prayers, please? Can we lift him up in prayer? Because he definitely needs it. And no matter what he's going through, he's still, TJ is still leading from the front. TJ is still showing up Sunday and making sure that everybody is set up properly. So I tell you all, just in that essence, go out and support that young man. Go out and support us, right? Come out to the masterclass. Make sure you all grab your ticket. All right. If you're in the Discord group, you get 50% off of tickets. If you're not in the Discord group, the prices is $100 for regular, $200 for VIP. The VIP tickets get you an hour after the call. It's not going to be before. It's going to be after the call, and we're going to dive even deeper into some things that we did not talk about. We're going to answer questions. But if you did not pay for the VIP, you will not be able to stay on that part of the call. So if you are, if you are interested, please make sure you grab your ticket. Our Discord group right now is $100 still for the lifetime. Unbelievable deal based on how much stuff that we do inside the Discord group. If you're on the fence about it, ask a community member. They'll tell you. A lot of people are learning there. And then the last announcement that I have for everybody is just letting you all know that we are we're lit, y'all. So I'm gonna call. That's all. That's my last announcement. We lit. That's it. So I'm gonna ask Billy to unmute.
Hey, good morning. Yep. So, good morning to you. You there? You got me, don't you?
I'm here, Billy.
Yeah. Okay. So I was learning yesterday, and you said it about 15 minutes into your talk. I don't know exactly where that was in your talk, but you're talking about maybe it was the FDR, the F. I'm not sure. Staking, loaning out your crypto, loaning the crypto or lending the crypto. I learned so much yesterday about selling the crypto versus swapping the crypto, the taxes, the tax ramifications on swapping versus selling, and then lending, and then borrowing against your crypto. I said if your crypto was 300,000 and you borrowed and bought a building, and the crypto went down, they could margin call your crypto. You still have your building, but they take your assets. It's going to be such a mind-blowing regulatory, where to put your money. You're talking the other day about teaching people how to offload it, exit it, send it, to your stable wallet. I guess you send it to your stable wallet, you'll pay tax. And if you send it to Stronghold, maybe not. It's going to be something like that that's going to make the difference in taxes, and then the time you wait to take it out, the year long bracket of it's just so much. So we talk about crypto and we talk about AI and we talk about all this, but now we got taxes, and then we have DeFi, and then tokenization. And it's almost like being in kindergarten and the teacher saying, okay, now guys, what would you like to learn? Well, we don't really know. Why don't we have 6 classes a day, and y'all just teach us something every 6 hours? The guy asked in church this week, how significant 168 hours are to you a week. And I think I was the only guy that thought about that multi-level meeting I sat in, talking about 168 hours. You sleep some of them, you eat some of them, you spend, you really don't have a lot of time. And then we don't have a lot of time anyway, because the halving's coming up. What is the halving? How do you take, it's just so much stuff, Vince. We're going to learn about Stronghold tomorrow. What are you going to do today to better yourself for tomorrow or two? better yourself for today. What are you learning today? Today I'm washing a house with my earbuds in. I have trained myself to listen to 2 calls at one time. I can listen to 2 calls at one time in my headset. I can do a YouTube and a Zoom at the same time and almost get something out of both of them. It's just a lot to do, but I'm looking forward to tomorrow, and I'm hoping that a lot of other people will just see about the stronghold. I learned that I can save that in Descent, and I can also save it in the Lobster wallet. And this morning, I noticed in the Lobster wallet I had trust lines that I couldn't.
Hey, Billy, let's hold out on that.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I understand. I understand.
Yeah, some people don't even know what you're talking about, Billy.
It's coffee and crypto, and when you have coffee and Billy, and you mix those two together, it's I don't need cannabis because I got coffee and Billy.
There it is. There it is. So with that being said, y'all, look, let's keep this call rolling. I do want to say this. The masterclass is on Sunday, not tomorrow, y'all. So make sure you remember that. I'm about to call up my brother Zatrick to the line. What up, Zatrick?
Hello?
Oh, hold on. There you go. You got to unmute, Zatrick.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, smalls. Big shout out to you, bro. I came on here because I actually sent somebody a link and they joined the chat. And he been asking me about crypto information. It's my boy Elijah. He in this shit. So I just wanted to say thank you for me what I know, because now I'm able to share the link to people and we got people joining in. So I wanted to give him a shout out for even taking the time to join the call, because
sheesh,
this bull run actually is going. I ain't gonna lie. You said something great, boy. It is too late to try and join in the bull run. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I wish I would have been sending this link out earlier so he could have got in. But hey, we gonna be ready for the next one 6 years from now. So big shout out to you. Definitely keep going, because we growing for sure.
Sure. No, definitely. And welcome to the call, Elijah. Appreciate you for being here. If you want to be more plugged into what we're doing, the best thing to do is join our Discord group. It's $100 for the lifetime. After that, it'll be $30 a month. So, I tell people, you do the math. You do the math on that. So, if you're truly interested and want to make this impact in your life and this change, we'd love to have you join the Discord group. You can get up with Zatrick. He'll get you the link. Zatrick is actually like my little brother, for real. So when if Zatrick says that if he invited you here, I'm excited to have you join us and continue to work with us. So welcome to Elijah. And then I want to open it up for my brother John real quick. What up, John?
What up, brother? How you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing, bro. Feeling really great.
Yeah, you looking amazing, feeling amazing. That's what it's all about.
Thanks, big dog.
I'm just here just to share some insight with a lot of newcomers. I mean, I know a lot of people are new to the crypto industry. I know you heard all kind of stories, but I'm just here to validate you guys are in the right space. This information that's being shared in this group, man, is impeccable. This is a class that you don't want to miss. The opportunity here for you to grow is out of this world. So I'm just here just to share some more insight on take action. You got to look at it like Vincent said earlier. It's a career. You don't become great overnight. This takes time. You have to research. You have to do your homework. And, in order to be successful, like I said, even if you're on a job, you start off as a rookie, then you eventually grow into a professional. Later on down the road, you become a superstar. So as long as you show up here, get educated, do your due diligence, take this information back and, validate it and come back and ask questions, sign up for our coaching program. Just being a part of this group, is amazing, because it's so much valuable information that's being delivered here, man. It's unreal, So I'm just here just to give you more food for thought that you are in the right place. Like I said, I know a lot of people are new to crypto. I know you heard all the stories about scamming and this, that, and the third. That's one thing you don't have to worry about here in this group. We're not here to take your money. We're here to instill value and opportunity and information on the platform for everyone to grow and get ahead throughout this bull run, and not even just the bull run, throughout life, period. So just stick to your guns. Vincent is a homework king, research guru. I just to share a little story with you guys. I thought I knew a lot about crypto, and I've been in the crypto business for like the last 6.5 years, going on 7. And I know I research a lot, and I'm a man with many hats. But when it comes to research, I love researching. But when I met this guy Vincent, man, it just blew me out the water just to see, how accurate he is and how hard he works just to deliver it to us on a silver platter. And just to wake up each and every day. Like, I drive trucks overnight, I do construction throughout the day. And Vincent, and I still find time to tune into Vincent and get information and learn each and every day. We have multiple businesses going on, as he told you about the cannabis business. Please tap in. Please tap in. That's a great opportunity for you to get started. But more than anything, what I'm saying is if you want to be successful, you got to put the work in, no matter what. And if that calls multiple streams of income, then that's what it is. If you wake up today, you got another chance to be successful and to make a difference in somebody else's life. So just keep your head on the swivel. Thank you for being here. Please keep on, coming back, learning more things, asking questions, and definitely tap into our coaching program because it's well worth it. You can't go anywhere else out here and get this type of value for the price of $100 for a lifetime. So get in while you can, because like Billy said, we got time, but we don't have a whole lot of time. So that's my food for the thought for the day. Vince, man, I'll talk to you here soon. And peace and blessings, everybody else. I wish you guys major success.
Absolutely. Thank you, John. John is a man of not too many words, y'all. So when he comes up and speaks, man, I just love to hear other leaders stepping up in their energy, their light. So with that being said, y'all, we're gonna get up out of here. Y'all have an amazing rest of your day, and we will chat soon.